Shipping stuff overseas is honestly something that I hope I never have to do again. The barrels that I shipped from the UK are finally here, and I'm kind of scared to open them. I mean, the massive dent in this one doesn't help. But the thing that's really putting me on edge is remembering what happened to my family when they shipped their stuff 2 years ago. Yeah, not gonna lie, it was bad. It was pretty bad. So maybe we can use this story as a sort of way to show people how messed up it can be sometimes. Then at the end, we'll get these barrels open and see if my stuff got trashed as well. So quick question, which one of these 3 points do you think has the most risk when it comes to shipping? Choosing a shipping company almost feels like Russian roulette the first time around because you really have no idea who to trust. Do more research than you think you actually need, because the best option usually is pretty much never going to be the first one that you find. I mean, we thought we were good. Like, we found a company that seemed reliable, we got a quote, they picked up everything on time, and everything just seemed like it was going well. Now, actually choosing a shipping method is probably one of the hardest parts because you might just have an awkward amount of stuff. Like, you might not be able to fill a 20-foot container, but then you might still have too much stuff for barrels. My family had just enough stuff to go with the option of renting space in a container, about a 10-foot portion. And obviously there was some concern, like, of us getting our stuff mixed up with other people's stuff, but we were thinking, like, this is common enough, right? Like, these are professionals, you know, they'll know how to deal with things properly. Spoiler alert, probably shouldn't have picked this option. Considering how bad it went, I would almost go as far as to say, if you can't fill a 20-foot container, then just mix and match other options, or just get rid of a ton of stuff. In fact, I've had a couple people in the comments say that they avoided the whole bulk shipping thing, like, as a whole, and just took what they could in suitcases, got rid of the rest, and then just, like, maybe shipped, like, 1 or 2 things. I think that could actually work better for a lot of people, and you'll see why in a sec. Now, the final hazard here is choosing to go collect your stuff from the wharf in Kingston, which is chaos, or having it directly delivered to you door to door. Most people don't just happen to have a massive vehicle that can carry all their stuff, and yeah, obviously you could just hire somebody, but at the same time sometimes you're just thinking, like, going the door-to-door route just seems more convenient in a lot of ways, right? I mean, and technically it is. Now here's the thing, usually at the wharf you get to open your stuff yourself, or at least see it opened in front of you, which I kind of see as an extra layer of protection. I say usually because this is kind of just based off of my experience and what I saw. If other people had it differently, then you can let me know in the comments, but when I went to go pick up my pallet, I was the one who actually got to take off the plastic wrap, and I could see other people having their barrels pretty much opened for the first time since they sent them. But when it comes to door, you don't really get to see what goes on behind the scenes. Considering the results, it's, not so great in other ways. When the truck finally arrived and opened the back, just full-on disaster. Everything was pretty much just roughly slashed open, like bags of clothes, the TV, boxes, anything fabric was pretty much just exposed to the elements now. I mean, look at the bird poop on this mattress, like the state of it, man. Some stuff had water damage on it, about a quarter of the things that we sent were just missing and replaced with other people's stuff, which basically meant that my family had to be on the phone to the people in Kingston back and forth for like the next few weeks trying to track things down. Which reminds me that the stuff was a few weeks late to begin with, and then by the end of this we got no explanation, no apology, no compensation, just nothing. To this day we're still not 100% sure where most of the damage happened, and even though we tracked down most of the things that went missing, there's still a random group of things that just never made it. Not even really sure if it was the shipping company or the wharf that's mostly to blame, but at this point, whatever, man. At least most of the important stuff made it fine. I think. Anyways, I'm done keeping you guys waiting. Let's go see if my stuff got the same treatment. Alright, so barrels are here, but I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of caved in. But from my memory of what's actually in this one, I think that one should actually be able to handle some kind of damage. We'll see. Let's see what we got here. You don't take the thing off. There we go. To be fair, it doesn't look like doesn't even look like they went through much. Doesn't seem like they messed with things too badly.
man. I'm wondering if they even did a full check, because this almost looks untouched, which is good, but surprising. The side got dented, just this bag, and the only thing in here is just like game controllers and stuff like that. Realistically, that's not really something I'm that worried about. Barrel number 2 was what I was really worried about, because there's a whole PC setup in there. So let's quickly see what they did with that. So that is a testament to how long these things were just sat. See, this was fine with the barrels that have the plastic little holes that these go through, but this is obviously metal, so trying to get this through is going to be a pain. Let me figure this out real quick.
Sprung out of nowhere, boy.
What was that?
Clouds just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was sunny a minute ago.
Yep. Just press hard, man.
I don't know if these are sharp enough. Let me see if I can catch it with the corner.
Yeah, I felt top hands, man. Which one ain't cut?
Neither of them. That's why I've been trying to just weaken that part.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Damn.
Alright, so this is what was holding me back for the past like 10-15 minutes. I think I'm literally just gonna have to do what my dad said and just go for each of these kind of individual fibers here once I flatten it out, but yeah, security seals. Get this open. They really didn't mess with much, if I'm being 100% honest. Like, all right, let me stop saying that and actually take stuff out to show you guys. This looks exactly how it was when I packed it. So, power supply, RAM, yeah, just all my spare parts. Cool. Here's the PC. I don't know if I'm going to disturb that too much right now. Power supply, so just more random PC stuff. And I think that's actually kind of it for this one. But again, it looks like they didn't really mess with anything too much. Oh, that was probably a bad idea. Probably not any less rough than the people who handled it previously. I think the trick to these security seals is to just keep twisting. That seems to be tearing these things, these metal fibers open a lot faster. There we go. Security seal number 2. Flip lights. Again, everything is pretty much exactly as I left it, so that's good. Here you can actually see the bend in the barrel a bit easier. Yep, still seems like everything's all good. Cool. And that's just pots and pans. Yeah. Right, surprisingly, pretty much nothing was like really damaged. I still need to like go back and properly check some of these electronics because I haven't turned anything on yet. And it's going to be a bit of a pain doing that, so I'll probably do that off camera and then just tell you guys how it goes. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna go ahead and just see what I can do in terms of organizing all this stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in a minute.
Okay, not gonna lie, a little confused by the results here. You know what? Not in a bad way. Like, obviously it's great that it worked out the way that it did, but I guess my gamble was that, okay, maybe the barrels will be a safer way because all of my stuff will be contained within itself. And to be fair, I guess my main theory was that the whole part space in a container thing was the main problem in the first place. Maybe I just got really lucky, or maybe they just saw how like jam-packed my barrels were and they just really couldn't be bothered to look through everything. I mean, it literally looks like nothing was touched apart from like a couple things on the top. You know what, I'll take the win and keep it moving, because like, it's just a really stark contrast to what happened with my family 2 years ago. But to be fair, I guess it really just shows you how unpredictable everything can be. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Was this just dumb luck? Or, you know what, I don't know, maybe we'll put a positive spin on things. Maybe things are actually improving when it comes to shipping stuff here? I really don't know. On a separate note, I know some of you guys were asking about the EcoFlow review that I'm working on, and if it is out, you should be able to click this link right here for it, but if not, then go ahead and click this link right here instead to see why we even needed one in the first place.